Welcome to Safe Again, a mind, body, soul reset for the anxiety tired. Module 5, Rebuild Inner Safety and Confidence. Thank you so much for being here. This is our final module together, and I just want to begin by saying I see you. I'm so proud of the courage it took to get here. You've made it. My name's Julie, and I'll be guiding you through today's session. We'll begin right on time, but please know this is your space, your pace. There's no pressure here. If you need to stretch, sip some tea, turn your camera on or off, or just sit in stillness, that's all completely welcome. You know what you need. Trust that. A wise man once said, "You don't have to be fearless. Doing it afraid is still brave." Anxiety has a way of stealing the stage, taking over the story and turning ordinary moments into evidence that something terrible is always around the corner, that you have to be ready, on guard, forever braced. But not today. Today we're going to gently shift that story, meeting those patterns with understanding, compassion, with curiosity. Together we'll begin to notice where those beliefs came from, how they once tried to protect you, and most importantly, how to begin loosening their grip. This is about remembering who you were before anxiety took over, and from that place, slowly, softly, rebuilding your inner sense of safety, your quiet confidence, your knowing. Let's begin. Module 5, Rebuild Inner Safety and Confidence. Luke was the kind person who had always had 27 tabs open in his browser, in his brain. Slack, ping, group chats blowing up, a to-do list that somehow regenerated every time he ticked something off. But it wasn't just work or university or life administration. It was the mental tabs, the constant low level of fear running in the background. Did I reply to that message right? Did I sound weird just then? Is something bad about to happen? No matter how hard he tried to stay on top of things, his body was in permanent alert mode, like an app draining battery life, even when it's not open. And the worst part, no one could see it. To them, Luke looked fine, productive, smart, functioning, but inside, his nervous system was screaming. One night, after scrolling way too long through highlight reels and mental health TikToks, he saw a post that said, "Your anxiety is not a character flaw, it's your system asking for safety." And that landed. For the first time, he didn't feel broken, he felt human. And tired of pretending not to be. So Luke did something different. He paused. He closed the extra tabs, took one mindful breath, and slowly he started listening to the part of him that just wanted peace. That's what today's about. This final module is a soft reset, a remembering that you're allowed to feel safe. You're allowed to rebuild slowly and gently from the inside out. Let's begin. So why am I even talking to you about this? Because you deserve to feel safe in your own body. Anxiety can make your inner world feel like a war zone. This module is here to remind you that peace isn't something you have to earn. It's something you can gently return to, because confidence isn't about faking it. It's about trusting yourself again with kindness, even if you're still figuring things out, especially when you are. Because healing doesn't happen through force. It happens with reconnection with yourself, your breath, your truth. And that's what we're doing today, gently, with curiosity, reality testing as spiritual practice. Let's talk about reality testing, not as some academic tool, but a way to keep your nervous system calm in a chaotic clickbait world. Because if you're doing all this work to reset your body, calm your mind, and come back to yourself, but if you're still getting swept up by the viral headlines, wild conspiracies, or emotional loops, then resets leaking energy. It's like doing breathwork in a wind tunnel. Now, personally, I can sort of read computer code. So when I land on a new site that feels off, I just pop open the developer tools in a Safari browser and click Show Web Inspector and look for the big red error messages in the code. On Chrome, those errors are a little buried, but in a Safari browser, they scream at you. They say, this doesn't work. And that's how I treat headlines now. CNN, Fox News, PBS, whatever. If something reads like a movie trailer, I just go, nah. Sure, it makes my life a little complicated because at the moment, most news sites have big red error messages in the code. But I refuse to absorb anxiety dressed up as information. But I don't have anxiety. Not because I'm ignoring the world, because I refuse to absorb anxiety dressed up as information. You can do that too, even if you don't read code. Your body knows it's the same skill. The moment you see a TikTok saying JFK is coming back from the dead to be the president of the USA, and your gut says, nah. The story about birds being government drones, nah. That headline that makes you panic, breathe, and then nah. This is reality testing, and it's not just critical thinking, it's nervous system maintenance, it's soul care. You're allowed to pause, to fact check, to step away. You don't have to fight every falsehood. Just don't invite it into your peace. Because no nervous system has ever healed in a state of constant fight or scroll. So the next time feels too much, go, where's this coming from? Do I need to believe this? What's a calmer, truer way to hold this? Let yourself breathe deeper than the algorithm. Let your truth live deeper than a headline. You're not just resetting, you're remembering what's real. How do you know what will exactly help with anxiety? And what comes next after this last module? So maybe you've heard all the advice by now, right? Just breathe, think positive, go for a walk, and maybe some of it helps for a moment. But here's what you already know. Deep down, anxiety doesn't vanish with a one-liner or a motivational meme. It takes tiny steps, repeated gently with support. And that's why we're here today for the final module of this series. Not to fix you, not to flood you with more shoulds, but to help you rebuild your inner safety and confidence on your own terms. Because anxiety, it's in your body, it's in your head, it's in your sleep, it's in your relationships, in your sense of self. And that means recovery has to be holistic too, mind, body, and soul. So as we wrap up, here's what I want you to consider next. 1, do you have a therapist you trust? Someone who gets the shape of your anxiety and can walk beside you, not ahead of you, with real tools and support. 2, do you have a doctor who listens? Physical health matters too. Anxiety can have physical roots, nutritional, hormonal, even gut related. It's okay to get curious about that. 3, are you moving your body regularly? Not for punishment, not to look a certain way, but because movement sends signals of safety to your nervous system. Even a 5-minute stretch counts. You don't have to do everything at once. You don't have to become someone new overnight, but you do deserve to feel safe again in your body, in your choices, in your future. This is the last module, but your journey isn't over. It's just shifting into a new phase, one where you take what you've learned and you apply it in tiny, consistent steps. And if you ever forget how far you've come back to Luke's story. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just try a little, and that's more than enough. About me, I'm Julia, certified clinical hypnotherapist, a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, and a life coach. I work with mind and subconscious to help you unlock your true potential. Anxiety has a pattern, and when anxiety shows up, it rarely knocks politely. It rushes in, hijacks your thoughts, tightens your chest, and whispers something bad is coming. And if you've lived with anxiety for a while, you know it's not just in your mind, it's in your body, in your breath, in your sleep, even in your decision making. But here's the thing, anxiety follows patterns. It repeats, it loops, it convinces you that you're under threat, always, everywhere, and forever. And just like any pattern, once you see it, you can start to shift it. Let's look at some common anxiety patterns. Future orientation. You're constantly bracing for the worst. Whether it's tomorrow's meeting or next year's headlines, your nervous system stays on high alert, preparing for danger that might never come. Intolerance for uncertainty. You need to know things, need reassurance, need to feel prepared, not because you're controlling, because your nervous system is scared of not knowing. External locus of control. You feel like your safety depends on everything out there, world events, the weather, your manager's mood, your partner's texts. You feel at the mercy of things you can't control. Emotional rumination. You replay worst case scenarios in your mind like a movie you can't turn off, and you feel it in your body. Tight shoulders, crying, knotted stomach, racing thoughts. Global thinking. It's not just this situation, it's everything. You find yourself saying it's all too much, I can't do this, it's always like this. Lack of compartmentalization. You struggle to separate today from tomorrow. One bad moment spirals into, what if the power goes out and I can't get food? Self-referencing. Your body becomes the alarm system. This tight chest means something's wrong. Last time you felt like this, something bad happened. Stable attribution. You believe this is just how you are. I've always been anxious, I'll never be normal. But anxiety doesn't define you. These patterns don't make you broken. They just mean your nervous system's been trying to protect you. Sometimes too much, too often, too loud. The good news, once you recognize these patterns, you get a choice. You don't have to fight the anxiety head on. You can just learn to understand it, regulate it, move with it, one small step at a time. In this final module, that's exactly what we're doing here, gently rebuilding your sense of inner safety and confidence, one tiny step by one tiny step. A moment to gently influence your subconscious mind. Take a deep breath and feel the gentle rhythm of your body, your heart beating, your breath is flowing, your eyes are blinking. All without any conscious effort. This quiet, loving wisdom of your subconscious mind is at work supporting you every moment of every day. And now imagine this. What if you spend a year focusing on deepening your connection to your inner peace, your higher self, your divine energy within you? Just gently allowing that sense of spiritual alignment to expand each day. And as you do, your brain and body respond, sending waves of calm and love throughout. And over time, these feelings will settle in as your new natural state. Here's a beautiful truth. Your mind and body are in constant harmony, always working together. They're always listening to the energy you feed them. Now let's bring this to life. Instead of imagining anything but love and light, picture yourself radiating divine love, compassion, inner strength, much like the wise souls you admire, those who live in deep connection with the universe. As you continue this practice, your mind will release positive, nurturing thoughts. Your body will soften, creating new pathways of peace and confidence. Here's the truth. Your subconscious mind is always ready for transformation, and when you fill it with positive, loving thoughts, you create space for a deeper, more peaceful experience of life. With each step of awareness, intention, loving practice, you're gently shaping your inner world. This is how you begin to embody peace, love, and strength that has always been inside you. Trust that with every breath, every thought, every intention, you're aligning more deeply with your highest self. How to start shifting it. Before we wrap up, I'd love to invite you to a short guided hypnosis session. You don't need to close your eyes unless it feels right. Just allow yourself to tune out the outside world for a moment and gently turn inward. If you're not quite ready or it's not your thing, that's completely okay too. Just listening with an open heart can still be powerful. This track is called I Am the Calm. It's designed to softly remind your nervous system that it's okay to relax. You are safe now. Healing's already happening. The future holds light. So if you're in, let's begin. As you step into this stillness, you might begin to wonder, is this what calm actually feels like? Or is it the strange silence before your emotions kick off, like the cast reunion on The Real Housewives? Maybe your mind's already shifting like that contestant on The Bachelor, dramatically realizing, maybe I'm here for the right reasons. And somewhere inside, there's a part of you that remembers what it's like to feel safe, to feel steady. Maybe that's the part buried under layers of stress, doubt, or late night wine fueled TED Talks to your house plants. But it's still there, still waiting, still you. And maybe you've asked yourself before, does confidence just come back eventually? Or is it like an old reality TV feud, loud, messy, exhausting, until one day you realize you're just over it? Maybe there was a time when you thought, I'll never get past this. But I wonder if your nervous system's already begun its quiet repair work without you even noticing. Some people find it funny when they realize the inner calm they were chasing was just there, like their phone in their hand, while they were frantically asking Siri where they left it. You don't have to do anything dramatic, no big reveal, no emotional monologue. You can just allow yourself to feel grounded, safe, even if it's just for a second. Like in that TV show Survivor, where sometimes the best strategy is to do absolutely nothing. Just be. Maybe you've tried the quiet storm with just one more drink, and maybe your mind is starting to remember that calm doesn't come from numbing out, it comes from reconnecting, from breathing, from moving, from laughing at yourself in a mid-overthink spiral. You don't need to fix everything right now, because even if your thoughts are playing like a rejected plot for keeping up with your inner critic, that's okay. It's just background noise, and you are the calm. You might begin to notice a pause between thoughts, a moment of stillness that doesn't ask anything of you. Like that scene in House Hunters where they finally pick a house and you think, wow, actual agreement, that's rare. That tiny moment, that click, that's the reset. It's the nervous system rebuilding, confidence returning, safety being relearned in the simplest way possible. And later, when you least expect it, maybe at work or brushing your teeth, sitting in traffic, you might notice a quiet shift, a moment where your chest softens, your shoulders drop a little, like pressing skip intro on the drama and realizing I am the calm. Maybe, just maybe, before the next feeling arises, before the next anxious thought spirals in, you notice it. That pause, that breath. Some say it's a tiny moment that your system resets, the loop breaks, the storm passes. You remember your mind and body know exactly how to find calm, how to rebuild from within. And safety, it doesn't have to be earned. It's your baseline, your birthright. Because honestly, what if you didn't try so hard to manage every thought? What if you just let them run wild for a bit? Your brain screams, I'll never get past this, and you're like, all right, fine. Let me decorate my misery cave with fairy lights and make it cute at least. You pour a drink, and the next thing you know, you're giving a TED talk to your toaster about your ex. We've all been there. But here's the thing, those feelings, they pass. No need to open Spotify and select the ultimate sad bangers playlist while dramatically gazing out the window like it's an early 2000s music video. You're allowed to laugh at it because humor is safety. Your laughing with yourself is confidence. A Hollywood director would call your anxiety a thriller, a drama intensity, plot twists. A cybernetics analyst would see it as a loop of input, reaction, feedback, repeat. A physicist would call it energy building up, waiting for a place to go. But you get to rewrite the script, disrupt the loop, direct the energy. You get to say, this is my moment to reset. It reminds me once I attended a seminar with Stephen Langton, who had just returned from Ukraine. He was there helping psychologists, not soldiers, but the ones supporting the people. You see, people in the army are surprisingly okay with explosions, but the psychologists, they were struggling. They couldn't think clearly, too much adrenaline, too much chaos. So Stephen taught them a technique from martial arts. I think it's Aikido. There's a joke in martial arts, how low can you go? Not in a back-bending limbo sort of way, but in energy. They drop their energy low into their body first, grounding themselves. And once they're grounded, they can think, they can choose their next move. So when it all feels like too much, try this. Get low, breathe into your belly. Imagine your center dropping down, steadying you. Then move from there. Ground your feet. Feel the earth beneath you. Take a deep, steady breath. Stretch your arms up, out, and down like a big, slow yawn. That's it. Simple. No overthinking. You can do it in the shower, in your car, in the loo at work if you need to. This is yours. It's your way of saying, I am the calm. I am safe. I've got this. So the next time your mind wants to play reruns of emotional chaos, pause, breathe, feel the floor beneath you. You're not stuck, you're resetting. You're not broken, you're rebuilding. When you're ready, wriggle your fingers and toes and stretch and open your eyes. Welcome back. Remember, you're perfect, just as you are. You are the calm. You are safe. You are rebuilding. Thank you for being fully present and opening your heart today. As you sit there gently anchored in the peace you've just created for yourself, I want you to acknowledge the shift you've already made. You've already allowed yourself to step into a space of calm, even just for a moment. And this is a huge step, and it's really important to honor that. And that marks the completion of Module 5, Rebuild, Inner Safety and Confidence. I want to take a moment to recognize you for your courage, for completing this entire journey is no small feat, especially when anxiety often makes you feel like you're constantly running from something. But you've shown up, not only for these modules, but also for yourself. You've faced the discomfort and you've begun to heal. You may not see it all yet, but your transformation is happening right now. Your relationship with anxiety, yourself has already started to shift, and that's something that you can be incredibly proud of. Here's a quick reflection of what you've gently walked through. Module 1, why anxiety feels so real. Module 2, spot the patterns, reclaim your power. Module 3, reset your body's alarm system. Module 4, compartmentalize the chaos. Module 5, rebuild inner safety and confidence. You have unlocked powerful tools to reframe your fear and start moving towards a life that feels true to you. Remember, this is not a race. It's about the small steps you've already taken, and those steps you should be incredibly proud of. You've shown up, and that's enough. A big thank you. Thank you from the depths of my heart for completing these 5 modules. I honor your dedication, your courage, the self-love you've allowed yourself to embrace through this journey. Each step you've taken is a powerful testament to your healing and transformation. You've already had so much love and empathy for others. Love you've often kept within. Now it's your time to start releasing that beautiful energy. It's time to let the kindness, the care, the warmth flow outwards, touching the world around you. And from this moment on, you have the opportunity to be your true, authentic self, sharing your light and compassion with others. More importantly, you can stop being so hard on yourself. You can stop blaming yourself for what you have or haven't done. Instead, you can forgive yourself, just as you would offer forgiveness to someone you love. You're worthy of the same kindness. The more you let go of your self-criticism, the more you make space to fully embrace who you are. Every step forward brings you closer to freedom, freedom to be yourself, to heal, to grow. I am truly grateful for your commitment to this sacred journey. If you ever feel the need for more personalized support, know that private coaching is available. You're always welcome to book a session through my website or simply send me a message. It's an honor to walk this path with you, witnessing your growth, your healing, your empowerment. The transformation ahead is limitless, and I'm so excited to see the beautiful unfolding of your soul.